Hello everyone, it's me, Olive. I know it's been a long ass time since I posted here, so yeah, let's get into the topic of today's video. The Amazing Jewel Circus finale came out, and there's been a little bit of a controversy over it. In my opinion, I really liked it. I thought it wrapped up the show nicely with a nice neat and bow, and honestly was everything that you could have really wanted in it. And I feel like it just ended pretty perfectly. I think most of the main storylines that I wanted to know what happened to were wrapped up, though I do know some people are annoyed, saying that there are still unanswered questions. For instance, about like Kinger and the other peoples and CNA and all that stuff. And although I am a little bit sad that they didn't read more into that, and I think I would have really loved more lore about them, I won't lie, I do think it was a short amount of time to cram that much stuff into. And I think in the end they did a really good job. The main thing is obviously Jax. Jax's character arc, in my opinion, Jax's character arc might have been one of my favorite character arcs of all time in any TV show. I know that sounds like overglazing, but I will say that Gooseworks and Glitch have created one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And yes, I consider it a TV show. It's on Netflix. It's officially a TV show. And I really enjoyed the finale. I cried a lot. It was very sad, and it was an emotional ride for me. Anyway, the first thing I wanted to say is that, oh my god, everyone knows like the classic plot where like a character dies and they're like, no, they died, no. But then literally not even an episode later, they're like, oh my god, they're still alive. Who could have seen this coming? This is so insane. And you just think to yourself, why the fuck are you doing this? No, everyone knows that they didn't die. But I am not kidding. When Kane was deleted, I genuinely thought he was dead, not coming back. I thought Gooseworks was telling the truth when she said that he was not coming back in the series. So when that little motherfucker showed up, I was genuinely so surprised. I made an audible gasp, like an actual gasp out loud to myself. And it was kind of hilarious because I did not expect that to happen at all. The next thing is obviously the most obvious one out of them all, Jax's abstraction. Personally, I think they did a really good job with Jax's abstraction. I think Gooseworks was able to, she made it like extremely tragic, but also sprinkled comedy into it. I feel like, because I mean, you can't tell me that you almost laughed at the fact that Jax abstracted within less than 10 minutes of the finale. Like, dude, it was really tragic, but also I feel like they sprinkled the perfect amount of comedy in there, and it was honestly really funny. The next thing is the obvious, is Jax was homeless. Honestly, I think they could have gone in a different direction that I would have been more surprised about, but I will say I wasn't thinking that he was homeless. My main theory about Jax was the fact that obviously he had a 9-to-5 job and was a alcoholic or was taking drugs and was a drunk driver or a high driver and accidentally killed a child by hitting a child with his car. So that was and I know a lot of other people's main theories of what Jax was like in the real world. And I honestly wasn't expecting them to ever actually show what the real world was like. So I was genuinely extremely surprised when they pulled out all of the tweets and photos of all of those people. I think it was a really cool idea of Kane being able to show them all who they actually were, and also the fact that Kane knew who they were in the first place. I also think that it was like the fact that Jax is trans, I feel like it just adds to his character lore so much more. Like, I feel like Jax already has an extremely big character arc and has a lot of complex lore, but I feel like the fact that they added him being trans and coming out to his mother, and his mother just straight up laughing at him and telling him that he was being silly, I feel like that really adds and just not justifies, obviously, but like makes sense, the fact that he pushed her. And I also like the part where you don't know if he killed her or not. Like, he very well could have actually killed his mother, or he could have just pushed her and she could have been fine and he just never saw her again. But the fact of him being homeless obviously wasn't my first guess, but I do kind of understand it. And it kind of makes sense to me. It was incredible. The finale, in my opinion, was one of the best pieces of cinema that Glitch has produced. It was incredible. I loved it so much. I already have rewatched it 4 times. I went to see it in theaters. And honestly, it was a great experience in theaters. I loved the little fish telling everyone about, like, silencing your phones and not spoiling. Overall, it was incredible. The finale, it was amazing. The finale was incredible. I think they nailed this. I think they did it perfectly. I think it was great. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments down below. But actually, tell me what you guys thought about the comments, or tell me what you guys thought in the comments down below, if you either liked it or if you didn't like it, or if you thought it was okay. Personally, I really liked it, and I thought it wrapped up everything that you would possibly want to know. But those are just my thoughts, so tell me yours in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you've watched more than one of my videos, because you should do that.